What is up, fellow friends and prospectors? My name is Damon. This is West Coast Gold Prospecting. Today we're at an old spot of mine that I haven't been to in a while, and I figured I'd come down and try a new spot, different area of the creek, and it's looking pretty good. I'll get you turned around and show you my first pan here, and I'm pretty blown away. All right, check this out. This is my first pan. There's probably 50 to 60 pieces in there. One little poker right there in the center. A lot of finds. I'll show you what I was working. I just came across the creek here and was looking for bedrock, and I found this chunk. It was right here in this area here, and I pried it up, and I've been sucking out the material underneath it with my crevice sucker, and that was the first pan. So I'm not going to waste any time at all, and we'll get on to the second one, and I'll show you what comes out of that. This should be a pretty good day. Alright, so pan number 2 was bunk, bogus, no bueno. I only got 6 to 8 pieces. Yeah, the light there. Yep, just 6 to 8 pieces. Nothing fantastic. So I think I will move on from this hole here and try to find a little crevice to work, or something out in the water I can use my crevice sucker on. And I will show you my next pan here in a minute. Alright, so here's my next crevice victim. Let's see if you guys can see this. I'm using my viewer tube underwater here. So you can see that. It's a pretty long one, and I think once I get my pry bar in there, then it'll break open, and we'll be able to suck out the material with my crevice sucker. And it's almost like a riffle on the other side of this piece of bedrock. So all these little crevices and stuff, I'm gonna clean them out and see what's in there, and I'll show you here in just a second. Alright, so here's pan number 3 out of that crevice I just showed you. Right in that little area there. But anyhow, this one's a little bit better. We probably got 20 to 30 pieces. Some pretty nice ones, smalls. It's all small actually. But anyhow, that is pan number 3. I keep hearing something strange up river here. And oh, never mind, I just seen somebody. So I might make myself known before I get shot or something. I'm not on a claim, I'm just, you know how people are. Alright, so I moved downstream a little bit, and I came across this. It's going to be kind of hard to see, I think, but I'll show you anyhow. There's some pockets in here, and this was all jammed full of rocks, rolled river rock, and there's a little bit of a hole right here. And I just used my crevice sucker and sucked it out. I can't seem to get this piece to pop out. It's all separated, but it just won't pop out for me. And I'd really love to get under there and get that stuff. But here's what came out of my first pan from there. It's not too bad at all. I'm happy with it. There's probably 20 to 25 pieces there. And what I'm going to do is grab my crevice tool and dig out as much of that as I can. And I'll show you what that pan looks like here in just a second. Alright, so I just got a good one. Took this chunk of bedrock right here out of that hole there. It's like a triangle type piece. And there was like some clay and stuff I had to scrape down, and use my crevice sucker to suck it up, and check this out. Not bad at all. Woohoo! Let's see if I can get you in the shade here. Hold on a second. Ah, there we go. Much better. There must be 40 to 60 pieces in there. Yeah. Stoked. Right, so I have another spot in mind, right over this little chunk of bedrock. I will show you what a pan looks like here in just a second. All right, so I pulled the chunk of bedrock out from here and dug up as much as I could with my hands. And this one was no good, no good. You got I think 5 pieces, 5 little pieces. So what I'm gonna do is search around a little bit, see what else I can find. Might try a moss pan from all this moss here. See what's underneath it. Oh yeah, lots of river gravels. You know what? I think I'll do that real quick. I might get you set up on the tripod and show you a moss pan. Well, got no shame to even show you this, but I think I only got like, I don't know, 3 or 4 micro specks out of that moss pan. I scraped some off right here and a little on the tops over here, and a few different spots, and that was it. So I'm gonna go back to finding some bedrock, see what I can't break open and come up with. I'll be back in just a second. All right, since I got here, I've been looking at this bank. It's all tree roots, a whole bunch of tree roots, and right up against bedrock. So I'm gonna do a test pan right now and show you what's in it. I think it might be pretty good. I've had really good luck here before with the material right on bedrock on the side there, bank. So let's see what it looks like. All right, I'm pretty stoked. It's probably my best pan of the day. There's a bunch of fines still under the black sand, but I think we got 60, maybe 75 pieces. And that came out of that tiny little hole right there by my pick. So what I'm gonna do right now is set up the sluice box right here in these little riffles and just fill up my pan and dump. See how much this bank, this lower section I can dig up and run through my sluice in like, the next hour or so. So check it out. So this is pretty cool. I just grabbed my sluice, just walked over here, and the first place I set it down within 10 seconds, it has the exact drop. And check out this V. Look at that, absolutely perfect. I've been prospecting for, I don't know, 12, 13 years, and I've never, ever been able to set it up that quick and easy. That is just awesome. Man, absolutely perfect. So let's feed this little pig and see what we can get. Show you here in a second. All right, so got my sluice set up, and I probably ran, I think, 5 pans, classified pans. Classifying down to a 1/4 inch, just because I've always liked to for some reason. And I'm just digging right on top of the bedrock. It's decomposing bedrock, so it's breaking up. And so I'm just digging that up and classifying it and running it through the sluice over here, which is right there in the center. I'll take you over there and show you what the gold looks like. There's a little bit showing up. Not a whole lot, but definitely better than a poke in the eye. Let's see here. Yeah, see it already. Yeah, you got good gold all up in there. Riffles are clearing out nicely. Nice little space behind them. So what I think I'm going to do is a couple more pans, maybe 3 or 4 more pans full, and then I'll do a clean out, and I'll show you what's in that here in just a minute. All right, so I just did my final pan through the sluice. This is where I was working. Started there in that hole there and worked my way over here. Worked my way over into here. Got down to some bedrock and just started cleaning off the top of it. Let's go over here and take a look at the sluice. See if it's cleared out enough for you to see the gold yet. Not looking too bad. Hoping for a little bit better, but it will add up. That's for sure. Yeah, not looking too bad. See if I can get you the right lighting here. Yeah. Not too bad. There's gold all through there. A lot of fine stuff. And that's just what got caught in the black matting. I'm sure there's going to be more in the miner's moss and the behind the riffles. But anyhow, I'm going to get this sluice cleaned up right now, and I'll probably pan out the concentrates when I get back home. We'll do a weigh-in and all that good stuff. So we'll see you here in a minute. All right, so here's my sluice cleanup. It's not too bad at all, actually. I think I did 7, maybe 8 pans, and there's well over 100 pieces in here. Not too bad at all. Well, my back is killing me, and it is that time of the day, just after 4, and yeah, my back has had it. Time to go home and rest. So I will see you back at the house, and we'll get this weighed up and dried out, weighed up, and I'll show you then. All right, so we're back home, and I figure it's time to see how we did. This was only, I don't know, 6-7 hours of panning. So not too bad at all. Not too bad. Not too shabby. So I guess we can get it dried out and weigh it up. From the looks of it, I'm gonna have to guess 0.2, something like that. So let's do that right now. I figured I'd show you what it looks like cleaned up without the black sands. Looking good. Looking good. All right, so now it's time for the dry out and weigh up. All right, so we got it all dried out. It's looking pretty good. If I can hold still. I had a little too much coffee this morning. Anyhow, let's get it dried out. I'm still guessing 0.2, and I think that's probably where we'll be. Let's see here. Tear this out. All right, let's see if I can do this one-handed. I should have an assistant or a helper, but she's busy. All right. 0.295, almost 0.3. Ooh, pretty stoked about that. It's amazing how this little gold adds up like it does. You see other videos where they have big old chunks and, pickers, and it still, it ends up being something like this. You know what I mean. If you've been prospecting for a while, you know what I mean. This little stuff adds up super quick. Well, this was a great trip. Let's see what we have for a total in Southern Oregon. This is all my Southern Oregon gold that I've gotten in the last 2 years. 5.685. Not bad. I'm pretty happy with that. I found some really nice gold here. So anyhow, I I guess that wraps up this episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to have earned your subscription today. Stay tuned. I'm going to have more videos coming out very soon, and I hope to see you there. Till next time, guys, have a good one.